Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Today I have a very special video prepared for you, and it's out of what I hear a lot of people that DM me, talk to me, so I hope on a call with them, and my clients that start working with me all share. So when you have a digestive issue whether it's Crohn, ulcerative colitis, which are irritable bowel diseases, or IBS, diverticulitis, or SIBO, some kind of a chronic digestive issue, many people that come to me actually compartmentalize, which means that they say, I'm going to work on nutrition first. So cleaning my diet, they do some kind of a nutrition program for some of them. And they say that I'll see how I feel, and then I'll move to managing my stress. And then I'll see how I feel. And maybe I will do some things, work on some tools, work on my mind, and really understanding who I am. And although I'm here to say it's your decision, you can do whatever you want. And God knows that when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, I kind of did compartmentalize, even though even doctors in 2005 told me something very particular. And I'm going to share what that is. But I did that too. I focused on nutrition first, but I didn't even know that I had to work on all these other things as well. I was 18 years old. So for me, it was just nutrition. That's all I knew. That's all my doctors gave me as a thing to do right after my diagnosis. And for me, it was pretty severe. Let's say the symptoms: I couldn't get out of bed, I was in so much pain, I lost a lot of weight, I couldn't, eat anything. So it was pretty bad. And now, after being in remission for more than a decade and doing this work for more than a decade, being in the gut health and wellness space for more than a decade, I know that compartmentalizing this can work, but it's going to take you so much longer to actually heal holistically. And when I'm saying holistically heal, I'm not saying like having months of not non-symptoms and then having symptoms again. For me, holistically healing is healing mind, body, and spirit. So it doesn't make sense to compartmentalizing, to only focus on nutrition, then moving to the other thing, then moving to the other thing. And when you work on all these pillars, and I'm going to share my screen in just a bit and saying what these pillars are, you can heal holistically. You get to intuitively know your body so well. You're so connected to your body and to your mind. But when it comes to nutrition, for example, you intuitively know if a food works for you or not. And that is such a superpower, right? So many people are lost about what they can eat, what they cannot eat. They've done diets that worked, but then when they stop that diet and they introduce foods again, it didn't work. So they're totally lost. But that is not what I mean to heal holistically. To have such a great connection to your body that you intuitively know what is safe for you to eat. And when that safe food becomes trigger, what to do. And then knowing yourself so well, knowing your thought process, knowing your thought patterns, knowing how to name your emotions so well, that you know yourself so well, that you can navigate anything that happens in your life that inevitably will happen in all of our lives so much more peacefully without having stress, anxiety, fear, dread, sadness really impact your body and your gut. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and tell you what I'm talking about when I'm saying working on all these pillars holistically at the same time to healing holistically. So this is what I created, and this is something that I work on in my signature program, Belly Magnifique Method, guiding my clients to work on all this. Before I tell you how you're supposed to work on all these, let's look at each specific pillar. So first of all, it's nutrition. And I wrote foods that make you tick. So this is the part where you understand your body so well that you know exactly what works for your body. However, there's a lot of people that I talk to and that come to me and they eat pretty healthily. However, they still eat some products that have hidden, and here's the word, hidden sugars, hidden inflammatory components. And they don't know that they're eating these foods, and they just see their symptoms not necessarily decreasing or decreasing to the levels that they want. And they don't understand why. They're saying, I'm eating so many salads, I'm eating, something great for fruit, I'm eating fiber for my body, and I don't understand. Well, you might be eating something that has hidden inflammatory components. So it's really about cleaning your diet, but then understanding the foods that really make you tick. And when you understand the foods that really make you tick, you subconsciously let go of all the foods that make you sick. Okay. And when you get to that level, you understand your body so well. I've said it before, there's no universally healthy food, not universally healthy diet, no universally healthy supplement. You have to look at how each food reacts and impacts your body uniquely. What impacts me won't impact you the same way. Okay. Then the second pillar is what I call the emotional digestion. And it's about releasing. I never write managing. Well, actually, you'll see that I made a typo a little bit further, but I never talk about managing because even my mentors in the personal development space where I've been for the last 5 years have always told me you cannot manage time. And how many of us have heard about, hey, you have to time manage. And they tell me you can't time manage because we all have the same amount of time in a day. What you can manage are your activities. So the same goes with stress. What does stress management really mean? This is something that was created by the wellness industry and telling you to breath work, to do meditation, whatever. But I'm here to tell you that you have to have tools and processes that work for you specifically, where you are in your life at this moment, where you are in your journey at this moment. Okay. So it's about releasing stress, anxiety with tools and processes. And the most important thing is stuck emotions. When I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, I was told that we don't know what the cause is. We know that stress aggravates it, but also a possible cause is repressed emotions. And I have been the queen of numbing for a big part of my life. So it really spoke to me when they said that. All of us have repressed emotions from our childhood because of some trauma that doesn't have to be a big trauma, but all of us have to have emotions that are stuck in our body. And I have a beautiful protocol that I guide my clients to bring this to the surface to release them. And when you do that work and when you release the blocks that you have in your body, the emotions that are stuck in your body, then something amazing happens physically. You start digesting. All these blocks in your body can prevent you from digesting. So you see that it's not just nutrition. I've always said it that nutrition is important, but I feel that the other two pillars are just as important, if not more, because you can have the best diet out there, the cleanest diet. If your narrative, if your emotions are not, good and in harmony with what you want to achieve, you're not going to heal holistically. It sounds like a big statement, but it's very true. I've seen it in myself and I've seen it in my clients. I've been in the gut health and wellness space for over 14 years, so I know what I'm talking about. And then the third pillar is the gut effect, what I call the gut effect, which is really rewriting your old stories for lasting results. And what I mean old stories, so when I start working with some people know that, hey, there's some narrative going on that I think is not serving me. Most, however, have no idea. And I had no idea. When I started my healing journey, I wanted to heal, like all of us do. And I was doing consciously things that I thought would make me heal, which is, nutrition and doing breath work and meditating. And for sure, they work. Like I was able to release my reduce my symptoms. I was also taking medication, but even when that medication kind of subsided, like it was very limited, I was doing all these things and I was seeing great results, right? But I didn't know it then. I know it now, having done so much work. But there was a narrative that was going on in my subconscious mind saying that you're always going to be sick. You've been sick for so long, or you have an autoimmune, you will always have it. So no matter what you try, you'll always have it. But these are narrative that you don't consciously know you have. Consciously, you're working on nutrition, like things that you think are going to bring you the results, but subconsciously, like your subconscious mind hears that. And something that I teach my clients is that your subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your results. And I saw that firsthand. I was having that narrative that I didn't know consciously I had, but I couldn't understand why my symptoms were coming back when I was in remission clinically for months. And obviously, what most of us do, and what I did is like, what did I eat? And this diagram is so, so important because this is where we go on default. When we're having some symptoms, we go into like, what did I eat? But I'm here to tell you that food is emotional, meaning that now what I do and what my clients are able to do when they've been working together with me for a while is that they see what they ate and they say, okay, see, I ate a burger or I ate chips, or let me see how I feel. And feelings are created by thoughts and they go immediately into what was I thinking. And that is the most transformative thing ever. Because when we're stressed, when we're tired, we don't go to eat broccoli. We go for sugar. We go for something high fat. And that is inflammatory and creates more symptoms. So this is why it's so important to work on all these pillars together. And I want you to ask yourself some questions. I think it was Tony Robbins that said that the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions that you're willing to ask yourself. So what are you focusing on? Are you focusing mainly on pillar one, your nutrition, maybe trying to figure out the right diet? Maybe you have cut down on certain foods. Maybe you're eating the same safe food every day and you're taking supplements daily. Are you working on pillar two as well? See, stress management that I put into bracket. Maybe you meditate, you do yoga, you go to the gym to manage stress and anxiety. Are you also working on pillar three, your mind? Like, are you kind of aware of your thoughts? That you may have a negative thought pattern at times? And are you looking for ways to rewire these thoughts actively? And I want to give you a little bit of an exercise. So you need all three pillars for quick and lasting relief. Here's why. So let's say that you're focusing on pillar one, managing stress. This is the typo, like reducing stress and anxiety. Like you're focusing on pillar one, that's nutrition, and also on pillar two with tools to manage stress, to reduce stress and anxiety. So what happens when you focus on these two pillars? You can eat the foods that you enjoy with reduced bloating, gas, diarrhea. You feel rested, energized. You have regular bowel movements with normal stool and complete evacuation. You feel at peace with tools to reduce stress that fit your lifestyle. But when pillar three, the gut effect, is missing, what happens? You experience more than 3 bowel movements with loose stool whenever you feel frustrated, anxious, or sad, dealing with a situation at work or a family member. You can't stop thinking about that frustrating event to the point that you experienced increased symptoms, and the relationships in your life start to fizzle. You fight more with your spouse, with a family member. You say things that you later regret out of anger, out of frustration. Now, let's say that you focus on managing, reducing stress and anxiety, reframing, releasing these blocks on your body. So pillar two, and you work on improving your mindset. So pillar three, when you focus on these two, what happens? You become more aware of your thoughts and you know how to reframe them to have more empowering thoughts. You have clarity about most of the things that can trigger stress and you know how to navigate them right then and there with tools. You spend time with your family and friends who want to spend time with you because you're healthier and happier. But when pillar one, nutrition, is missing, what happens? You experience bloating, gas, diarrhea more than once a day, like after eating a meal. As a result, you stay at home where it's safe to pass wind, and you lose friends because, you need to cancel a lot of plans because you're afraid that your symptoms will come back on that event. So you feel more alone. Now, when you focus on nutrition, pillar one, and improving your mindset, pillar three, what happens? You have regular bowel movements with normal stool, no matter what you eat. You can rewire your thoughts to have more empowering thoughts and narrative. You feel hopeful that you can heal your symptoms. Your mood has significantly improved. Your family and friends love spending time with you, and your sex life is amazing. But when pillar two, the emotional digestion pillar, is missing, what happens? You experienced increased anxiety during stressful events, like a work presentation, meeting someone you don't want to meet, asking your boss for a raise, to the point that all your symptoms come back and you have become so bad that you need to scan for the closest bathroom wherever you go. You feel like you have mood swings, you have a hard time controlling your emotions. Yoga, meditations offer only momentary relief and you operate on high stress the rest of the day. You feel that you have to power through with your kids, at work. So you see that you have to have all the three pillars and work on all of these together at the same time. And when you have all these three pillars in place, what happens? Your clarity about what your body needs to heal increases. And when your clarity increases, your healing is sped up like you never thought possible. So let me stop the share here. Like you never thought possible. I see it all the time with my clients, and they're so happy, and I'm the happiest of it. I'm actually more proud of my clients and their transformation than I was about my own. That's what happened. So I know what I'm talking about. So if you have to take something away out of this video, is this. Compartmentalizing is, something that at the beginning, especially if you were recently diagnosed, make sense for you, working on nutrition. When I'm done, I'm going to, manage my stress a little bit. And then maybe I'm going to work on my mind. This is the one that people don't understand that they need to work on. And this is the one thing that they need to work on the most. Whatever you want, your health, your optimal health, a love life, a better career, more money. There's a narrative that goes on in your mind when, that really impacts what you're able to create, if you're able to create all these. So you need to work on all of these, and I will link to my website and to follow me on Instagram and booking a call with me if you are called to do so. And I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.